see Google. I said, what is that? What was I using then? Yahoo? I can't remember. But we all should be aware that it actually largely pioneered surveillance capitalism. It was so revolutionary, it actually brought forth a whole generation of specialist ad tech companies. I should know, it was one of the first unicorn companies in French tech. Was actually Quickly, which is an ad tech, huge ad tech company. Today it is deemed as a big bad tech company, as we actually realize how bad the situation is, and I think it is the worst that it has ever been. So, Travis, you move from Web 2 and using all our data and loving it to Web 3. Has surveillance capitalism actually reached saturation point? Or will the advent of Web 3 companies innovate it further, causing even more danger to us as a society?
Yeah, I think we're not there yet. Obviously, Google is a juggernaut, spitting off tons of cash, and it's not even clear what a lot of the employees do there. They try new stuff, they're trying to innovate, and they have this massive cash cow that they've developed over time. When I was working on the QuickBooks brand, we were using, did a lot of work in ad tech and looking at ad tech technologies. We used a company called Kochava to do all of our mobile ad tracking, and so that's like it's my kind of third party to arbitrate between the different places you're buying ads to tell you when a user purchases from you, was that a Facebook ad they saw? Was that LinkedIn ad? Was it a Google ad? And, it's of course tracking immense amounts of information about all these different users and pulling it into a central place, a third-party place where there's servers. And I was there when Kochava announced their Exchange platform, which was their ad buying platform play, and it was shocking. The executives at QuickBooks were scared, they were nervous, they had no idea why they were talking about blockchain. I think that they are still working on that, but they are first they're first this kind of tracking platform that is then trying to back their way into a Web3 ad network that's somewhat privacy preserving. I think there's other plays out there that have tried to dabble in that space. But I think it's going to be pretty hard to unseat the Web 2 platforms. And I think it's going to take more time. So I'm still hopeful that we can get away from the pieces of surveillance capitalism and collection of data and then the AI modeling that goes on top of that, right, to do prediction over what your next action is going to be and then trying to modify that pathway. Google is really good at that. I heard that they have a pre-search team. It sounds very sci-fi and scary. When you sit down at that prompt, they have a reasonable chance of guessing what you're going to search before you even search it. If you think about that, that is pretty scary.
Guy, given what you did.